This photo was taken in 1919 and was published in 1975 by Sir Victor Goddard, a retired RAF officer. The photo is a group portrait of Goddard's squadron, which had served in World War I at the HMS Daedalus training facility. There's an extra face in the photo that shouldn't be there. It's said to be the face of Freddy Jackson, an air mechanic who had been killed by an airplane propeller 2 days earlier. His funeral was earlier the day this photo was taken. This photo was taken in September 1936 by Captain Provan and Andre Shira, two photographers who were assigned to photograph Raynham Hall for Country Life magazine. According to Shira, Captain Provan took one photograph while I flashed the light. He was focusing for another exposure. I was standing by his side, just behind the camera, with a flashlight pistol in my hand, looking directly up the staircase. All at once I detected an ethereal veiled form coming slowly down the stairs. Rather quickly I called out sharply, "Quick, quick, there's something!" I pressed the trigger of the flashlight pistol. After the flash and on closing the shutter, Captain Provan removed the focusing cloth from his head and turned to me and said, "What's all the excitement about?" It was published in the December 16, 1936 issue of Country Life. The ghost has been seen occasionally since. This photo was taken at the Combermere Abbey Library in 1891 by Sybil Corbet. It is believed to be the ghost of Lord Combermere. Lord Combermere was a British cavalry commander in the early 1800s. At the time this photo was taken, Combermere's funeral was taking place 4 miles away. The photographic exposure took about an hour. Some people believe that a servant came in during the exposure and sat in a chair, creating the image, but the idea was refuted by members of the household saying that they were all attending the funeral. Denise took a photo of her grandmother at a picnic and eventually discovered that the picture also showed a figure that looked like her grandfather's husband, who had passed away 12 years prior. Here Denise recounts the day the photo was taken. "My grandmother lived on her own until age 94, when her mind started to weaken and had to be moved to an assisted living home for her own safety. At the end of the first week, there was a picnic for the residents and their families. My mother and sister attended. My sister took 2 pictures that day, and this is one of them. The picture has become one of the most well-known and most debated ghost pictures." In 1959, Miss Mabel Chinnery visited the grave of her mother and brought along her camera. She took a few pictures of her mother's gravestone, and then she took a picture of her husband who was sitting alone in their car. When the film was developed, they were shocked to see someone sitting in the back seat of their car. Miss Chinnery immediately recognized the woman as her mother, the very woman whose grave she had visited that day. A photographic expert who examined the print determined that the image of the woman was neither a reflection nor a double exposure. "I stake my reputation on the fact that the picture is genuine," he testified.